Hello, everybody. This is Thaddeus and
Jason,
the master behind the
right?
WarBear franchise and
Master.
all around long-haired hippie son of a bitch,
Right?
if you want to call him that.
Sure, a lot of people do.
Really?
No.
Oh. Made me
Not
feel
at
good
all.
for a second that they
Oh,
actually...
no.
No one?
No one.
Just your mom?
She might have.
I don't know. I've never actually met your
I don't
mom.
know. I've never talked to her anymore, so.
But anyway, we are here today with Mr. Jason.
Yep.
Because for the first time that I think, to my knowledge at least, ever, this is the first time we have you versus Brent in a duel.
On camera.
On camera.
Yeah.
Where it's actually like...
We've dueled many times before.
For years.
Yes, for years.
I made a comparison when I interviewed Brent about this.
Which you could probably hear.
Yes.
Back and forth.
You guys are kind of like, to me at least, you're like Yugi and Kaiba, and he said he's definitely Kaiba. Would that make you Yugi?
That would.
Or, yeah.
I cheat with another personality.
So you're Yugi.
Yeah.
That's why you always beat me.
I do. I can slip in between two consciousness.
First duel on camera.
Right. First duel on camera.
How important was it to win? Or do you even care?
At this point, it's just, let's say any duel I do, it's just for fun. I don't really care if I win or lose. Because either way, if I win, I feel good. It's like, hey, I won. But if I lose, I learn something from it. So, I lose a lot. Because Brent's a real powerhouse, as you can see. Like, he likes to use really... In my opinion, he likes to use the meta decks everybody else is using. Even though he tends to tweak them to his own personal needs and he doesn't try to be so trendy, but it's a trendy deck.
He's not so cookie cutter about it.
No, he's not cookie cutter about it, but at the same time he is cookie cutter about it in a little ways.
He takes what works and he adds his own spice to it.
Right, exactly.
That's admirable.
It is. It's not a bad way to play. I like to try to play with decks that are not so meta. They might be a little bit harder to win with, and it makes me use a little bit more strategy or think outside the box.
Keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to tend to... Like, if I'm using, like in this example, the Madolches, I tend to try to only use Madolche cards. At least monster-wise. I don't like to mix in other ones. And a lot of people might say that's stupid, but it makes it a little bit more fun for me.
Excluding the extra deck, obviously.
I never use it, though.
I use MX Saber Invoker.
Oh, well, yeah. If you're talking about that, yeah, then... Yeah, a little bit on that side. If I could, I wouldn't use them at all, but they do kind of work a little bit. But when it comes to just, like, straight monsters in the deck, they tend to always be the namesake.
So main deck focus.
Main deck focus. Not really extra deck. Extra deck's a little bit more lenient, but...
Are like 99% of your decks that way?
100%.
100%? Every single deck.
Every single deck is like that, yeah.
You don't have one deck that's like, this is going to be like tournament-based deck.
Unless it's a deck that it's a mix and match deck, which I call. Which then I'll put anything in there. But if it's an Amazoness deck, they're Amazons. If it's a Madolche, they're Madolches. If it's a Ghost Tricks, they're Ghost Tricks. So I don't tend to... And it is kind of stupid, but when you got Trap and Spell to rely on, that's mostly where I come with the support. Just how I like to play. Just personal preference.
So you don't like to intertwine?
I don't like to intertwine, no.
In the family.
Maybe extra deck. It was more the only part where I'm lenient.
Yeah, but those are like 4th and 5th distant cousins.
And really if I can, if the extra deck has like a lot of brothers and sisters with the same name, I'll tend to lean mostly on them. My extra deck cards are mostly like last resort. If anything, I try to save them for when I really, really need it. If I do have them in there, so yeah.
Did you know what he was playing beforehand?
No, I didn't know. I thought this was the second time we were playing. We did another recording, but we're not using that one. I thought he might switch decks, but at the same time, when he played it, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, he's probably just going to use the same deck. So I was kind of hoping he would, but that's how it turned out. next player's turn. Who went first? I don't remember. Who won the coin toss?
I think it was you.
I might have.
Because Brent always goes scissors. I don't know what his obsession is.
Oh, no, yeah, he went first.
And he went first?
Yeah. And he played that card.
That 10 key.
10 key, which I hate that card because it's too overpowerful for that deck. And you might hear me say that a lot in this. What is this, a retrospect or a review?
Yeah, more or less. Aren't you just excited, though, that it's at 3 again? So Beast Warriors have their reinforcements of the army?
No, I'm not.
No, not a little bit?
I'm not excited at all. I think it should be reworded or limited to 1 or 2 at least.
But it was at 1 for a while.
Was it at 1 for a while?
Yeah.
No, that's not
and
bad.
they brought it back because Fire
3.
Fist wasn't topping. But it helps. Okay, so what did you have? Absolutely nothing you could play there.
Did I just go? You
Yeah.
know, there was a time when I didn't have anything. It was smarter for me to wait a turn to try and get another card. It's not like I didn't have anything, but at the start of the duel, 8,000 life points. And see, I don't even know why he did that.
Yeah, he explains it away. He's like, I was just being stupid. I meant to click another one.
See, that saved me there too, because if I had dropped, I had a couple magic and trap, and now he just wasted a mystical stasis typhoon on his own card. So hey, and in the long run, that was a pretty smart play because he was being stupid.
I would say he kind of fell ass backwards into that.
Yeah.
His original plan was to activate the trap to use Dragon's effect, or that's Dragon. Yeah.
He still used it.
So he can search it out, but he was really pissed off about that.
Oh, and that.
Yeah, why did you do that? We were scratching our heads like there was no reason for you to play that.
Well, because it was going to stop him from using the trap card, and it just gave me the option, and I was like, and I thought about it for a little bit, and I didn't know what the trap card did. I kind of did. That's the other downside. I don't know what all of his cards do. And I was like, well, I don't really want him using a trap card because I don't want to take any more damage.
Did you stop and read the trap card?
No, I didn't stop and read the trap card. I just activated it because I was like, oh, whatever. I don't want you doing it.
You know you have time to stop and read. With the
I do have time, but at that time I just I didn't want him doing whatever he was doing because I wanted that just to be a complete waste for him. So it felt like it was. So.
No, he still got.
He still got the search out of it
because he was destroying it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So then he plays chicken and then bear. Seeing what he has out right now, turn 3. And the stuff he does after this. Did you know what you needed to draw into in order to play out of it?
Or no, at that time, I really wasn't sitting strong with the hand. I think I ended up doing something. Like I said, I can't tell what I have because watching your recording of it, I don't remember exactly what I had until I start playing it here. So that's the really bad thing about those Fire Fists is you can just drop so many at once. And it's so easy to get 3 monsters out there and it's bullshit.
Well, there are other decks that are way worse than that.
I know there are. The
only thing I give Fire
I can only
Fist-
think of really 2 other ones off the top of my head that do that similarly.
Maybe in a similar fashion, but the way with Fire Fist that they don't have big beefy power hitters.
No. They do if you count the XYZs.
Yeah, but even then they're not that big. They're 24, maybe they get a little higher with all
the Tenchi doesn't hurt though.
Well, with all the spell and traps that add up to it,
yeah.
That helps. The thing that makes the Fire Fist so dangerous of a deck is it has so much consistency.
Yeah.
Everything pretty much searches out.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, exactly.
So your monsters can search out the spell and trap. You got spell and trap that can search out the monsters, and then vice versa. It's a never-ending cycle of just crap.
Yeah, it's really hard to stop that too, because everyone does something different. So you can't really focus on one thing to stop him from doing stuff.
Turn 4.
I think that is where I actually start playing.
1,500 life points. Turn 4.
Yep. Yeah.
Were you sweating a little, or you just kind of like, let's
No.
just see what happens?
Basically.
Worst case scenario.
Like I said, it wasn't that I didn't have anything. It was just I wanted to see what my next card was going to be, and I really didn't draw anything good.
Do you remember what you drew into, or?
I think I had Pudding and Cat. Now I'm looking at it. And no, I didn't draw anything good. I was hoping to get like a Messenger. Yeah. Messenger or a the little witch. I forget her name. Mageline, yeah.
How is it I know these names, but you play the deck?
So I have dyslexia, and it's really hard for me to remember some of these Japanese names.
But they're in English.
I have my own nicknames for them.
That's the witch. That's the messenger.
Right.
That's the knight.
That's the kitty.
I don't even know how to say his name. It's like meow.
So yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it's really weird. And I didn't attack because he had a face down.
And they were all bigger than
They were all big. Well, I still could have I still could have attacked with Pudding and used her effect to get rid of somebody, but at that point it wasn't really gonna do me much good.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just like, well, if he attacks Pudding, he'll lose a card, and I think he knew that. That's why he ended up using some BS to get rid of Pudding instead of attacking her.
I don't remember if he attacks or not. I think he just attacks over your cat. Cause like he
because he got Pudding off the field by using an effect. Because I was hoping he would attack Pudding, because that would knock him down a monster. But he didn't. He didn't attack Pudding.
Yeah, that'd be a stupid play to do, though.
It would be. But a lot of people don't know what Pudding does. But he's dueled this deck enough times to where he knows how to. He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah. This is the thing that just kind of drives me nuts when I watch watch Brent duel is, even though like clearly he has the duel won at this point, all he has to do is like.
Oh yeah, I know. He doesn't need
card.
to. Yeah, he didn't need to show off basically.
And we were talking. Well, the way he explains it is he does it so he like keeps the muscle memory going, so he knows how to play it. It's like you don't have to.
No,
if you have duel one, you can see I have to do this, and then I kill him.
Yeah.
You do, I can do this and then kill him. Instead, I'm going to take this big scenic route and do all this complete nonsense that has nothing to do.
It really does.
To do the same thing I was going to do to begin with, which is hit you in the face.
Yeah, exactly. I think there was a point where because I did win one of these.
Yes.
He had 1,000 left, and I just attacked him with Kitty because it was at 1,000. I didn't need to do anything fancier than that.
No.
I don't know if it's on here, but it does happen occasionally. Like, they only have 500. I don't need to, like, act Saber into something to do something else. You don't know what they got in their hand.
Or on the field, that could totally, like...
Yeah, if they have
backfire.
face down on the field, yeah, it could backfire. Sometimes it's prevalent just to attack what you got on the field and then do your crap on the second main phase if you have to.
Yes. There was another point where we discussed between me and Brent. You tend to, like, play cards at really weird times.
Me?
So, yeah, we just, like...
Sometimes I do.
We just get confused on them.
And mostly that's why I do it. It just throws your opponent off sometimes. Because if it doesn't really hurt you, well, like, why not? It makes you... Because, like, there's two parts to this game. A lot of people don't understand the second part. The first part is what we're doing now. And the second part is psychological. You gotta sometimes play like you don't know what you're doing.
It's not always a magic cylinder.
Yeah, it ain't always a magic cylinder.
That's gonna become a t-shirt. I swear.
Which happened once when me and Tab were dueling, and he was like, I don't want to attack you because...
You have a magic cylinder.
You might have a magic cylinder down. And I was like, oh, come on. They're not always... Can't always be magic cylinder.
Motherfucker had magic cylinder.
He attacked, and I flipped over magic cylinder. And he's never let it down because he's like, I fucking knew it was magic cylinder. I was like, why'd you attack then? And he's like, I reassured him that it probably isn't. So there's a little bit of deception I like to play in it, and it's a little hard to get across online. Sometimes you just have to kind of play like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess he did just attack Pudding though.
No, he used Black Ship of Corn.
That's what he did, yeah.
To pop it off the field to do 1,000 points of damage, and then he attacks over Kitty.
Yeah. So
All
he had this.
To do was just attack over Kitty.
Yeah. I don't know why he. Yeah, he did.
We would have saved like at least 2 minutes.
Really.
It's just,
So now we go into the other one. There's never any cards I really use for my side deck because I try to set my deck up
to have as many answers as you can.
Yeah. And really with the Fire Fist, I mean, some people could argue that though there's tons of cards you could put in the side for Fire Fist. Sure, but then it kind of screws up my flow of my deck. When I get my deck going, it's pretty good. I think I win this one here.
Yeah,
pretty good.
You punch him pretty good. Like, I don't remember him doing much offense in this one.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. If you play Brent, if he's got something, you'll spend 20 minutes watching him do like 20 different things, and you're just like, oh god, I only have 100 life points, just attack. The other part is, if he doesn't have anything, he doesn't do jack shit. He will sit there. He will sit there, and he'll be like, oh. And then at the end of the duel, it's always like, well, if I had this card, or if I had this, or if I did this.
Or my deck wasn't ready yet.
Yeah. It's never his fault.
Well, sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes you just don't have.
Sometimes it depends on what the situation is. Sometimes you could have played a little bit more aggressively and got the win off, or even pecked, or played defensively. Sometimes,
but not all the time.
Not all the time. And I got my field. I was pretty good at this. This was a good hand.
Well, it really sucked if he like dark hold or something.
No, they all would have met back to my hand.
Yeah, but
I mean, then I take a hit. I mean, if he could talk off 800 life points in one hit, then yeah, I would have been screwed. But I mean, that rarely ever happens. It's like one thing you really don't have to worry about.
Now there's a lot of decks out there now that can.
There's some.
They can hit you really.
There's some
good.
combos that you can.
Ouch.
And this is just me setting up my queen. Really, more than anything. Getting a monster in the graveyard, and I think I just go because a lot of people, if queen's on the field, that will be their focus. Oh no, I end up getting queen out there. I will tend not. I don't like doing that. I probably didn't like doing that then because people will just try to kill queen
right away.
Right away. They don't give her a chance.
She's the big boss. And they're like,
it's always, if you're gonna do it, my tip is wait till they got stuff on the field. Wait till you can protect your queen, and then get her on the field. Don't just pop her on the field like this. This is kind of dumb.
Yeah, but if you didn't, like, you would have either not had to use.
I probably had something to protect her. I felt like she was safe.
Well, Invoker's effect destroys the one monster you brought out at the end phase. So like you had to even make something.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
See, this is one where I got confused at too. Like,
okay,
it was just so right away. Like, oh no, just no. Just no.
I don't like I said, I don't know all the Fire Fist effects, but I know they always support each other. And if I have skill break on the field, I'll always use it right away on any effect because normally when someone lays a monster, like with an effect like that, they're gonna try to use that effect right away. So it's like, well, fuck your effect.
Well, it comes back and it actually helps you, I think, because he goes to try and activate something, or you go to pop something, and because you negated his effect, he doesn't get to do a search off on it.
Right, yeah.
When we were watching it the first time, I was so confused, like, why would you do it? Like, you pick the weirdest times to play cards, and I'm left scratching my head 90% of the time. And
it worked out.
Well, yeah, obviously, it tends like you're like one of the luckiest guys I know when it comes to doing. You just play some random card randomly. And like,
it's not random. There's strategy.
from a person looking in, it's like the randomest crap you'll see, and it says, "Why would you do this?" And then like
that split personality told me you should probably do that right now, and I was like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Yeah."
And then like 2 turns later.
Yeah.
it pays off. I was like, oh, that's why he did it.
That's a good play when you can do it like that though.
Annoying is what it is. Fucking.
I got the field cleared and I got my kitty back, and I don't remember if I had anything else in my hand, but I had him and popped that. Message gelato.
See, I thought you misplayed here because you had kitty in your hand and you had normal summoned yet. I figured you would have summoned kitty and then you brought message gelato, so then you could search.
I just didn't feel like I needed to at that moment, and if he goes to the graveyard, it gives me two things. I get a Queen's effect, boom.
But you already had Medulches in the grave anyway, though.
No, I think I only had one because that one got removed.
It didn't from Hookah.
Yeah, and I only used the effect of Queen once, I think. So there was only one. There wasn't one in the graveyard at that point. So that was pretty much why I did it at that point. I think there might have been one from me using his effect too, but at the same time, that's good because then that's 3 monsters or 2 monsters in the grave that I can use for Queen's effect and get rid of 2 monsters on his field. Is what I was thinking.
And now we wait for Brent to figure out what he's going to do.
Might be a good time to cut to Brent. And see, that's what I was talking about. When Brent's screwed, Brent's really screwed. And you can see it right here. This is not, this is him going, I didn't have anything to play, and he kept doing something, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I knew what he was doing right here. At least I thought in my head, and when I asked him about it, he said the same thing. I was like, because Gorilla's effect is when he destroys a monster, you get to search out a fire formation.
Mm-hmm.
And he was under the impression, as I was thinking the same thing when I saw it, what he was doing, if he destroys MX Saber Invoker, wouldn't his effect kick in? But it has to be on the field for it to happen.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he was like, fuck. Like, right after he did it, like, I was hoping I'd search out a 10 key, and then I'd do this, and then I'd do this. I was like, yeah, it didn't really work that way, did it?
No.
No, not a little bit.
So now I'm getting those 3 back. And at this point, I'm pretty safe. Like, I feel comfy because he's got nothing on his field, and I have Kitty in my hand, and I have Message Alano. I even have Hoop Cake, but I probably go with Message Alano just to get the effect. Even though at this point I really don't need it.
This is entirely your duel. Like there was.
Yeah, I had totally upper hand at this point, and this is just because Brent, like I said, he doesn't tend to rely only on Fire Fist monsters. So even at this point, I kind of play it safe because I don't know what he's got in his hand, and he could have that one monster that if you attack, then drops it down and gives it the effect of the attack of the other monster. I don't remember what he's called. The 28 guy.
Well, I know those Gores. He's 27. And he gets that token.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. So
1v1.
Yeah.
Victory is at hand.
And the next game's all crap. So.
But for who?
Yeah.
You have to find out.
Probably from the tone of my voice, I'm not really good for me. I thought did the third one go a little bit better than
the third one? Wasn't bad. Like
yeah.
The first 2 games, it was one-sided Brent, one-sided you.
Yeah.
And the third one, it was kind of like 30-70. Like it was heavy on Brent, but you at least did something.
Yeah.
And we're waiting. I don't know what he was siding out, or what he thought he was gonna have to side in. I don't remember. I think I asked him, and he's like, I don't remember what he was doing. But it took him like forever to side out, and I was actually getting bored waiting for him to guys go to the 3rd game.
Yeah, and it's nice that this is all sped up a little bit, but he can't tend to overthink things, and like I said, do this whole, like you said before, like this whole circus. Yeah. Here comes the lions, here comes the elephants. Now it's time for the trapeze act. Like, oh my god, just
go to the Grand Ringmaster. We're here for the knife throwers.
We're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! We don't care about any of this crap. Just you don't even need to do it. But this is early in the game, so it's kind of justified.
Yeah, that's a. I didn't know what you were doing here.
I thought I could attack over it, and at the same time, I just didn't want him to have the effects of the, like if he had a trap card or the Tenchi. So I was eliminating him from using it. And what's its attack?
17 versus 1,000. Because he loses.
1,000. Yeah, I thought I was gonna. At first, I was probably gonna attack it. I might attack it here. I don't remember if I did or not.
I think you used double summon to get the other one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
So
that's.
you had the Marauding Captain effect going.
Yeah. And I remember afterwards, Brent sent me a message and he's like, I don't know why you didn't go for Queen. And I was like, why would I go for Queen? What good would she have done at that point?
No targets in the grave.
There was no targets in the grave.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying, yeah. You would have killed her, and I would have been defenseless. This way, I felt like, at least he can't attack me. So I felt a little safe.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I attacked him. I think I attacked him. Maybe I didn't attack him.
I think you just passed the turn because you got those
Yeah.
two face downs.
He had the two face downs, and it was kind of early, and I felt really safe at this point, and I didn't know if he had Mirror Force, so I was just kind of playing a little safe. And my initial thing, oh yeah, I did attack him.
Did you?
Yeah, I attacked him. I got a monster off the field. I didn't want him to have an overlay.
You're a braver man than I, sir. I am.
Oh, I was that. Yeah, I normally probably and he couldn't. Yeah, use it on that one. So that's why I did that right there. And I wasn't going to attack his other monster, so I don't even know why he used its trap card on that. Does it not go away?
The traps?
The trap you activated? Is it like
it's
an
like
equip card?
700 till the end of the phase,
phase.
But then
Yeah.
like they continuously get 300 attack bonus off of it. Which really sucks. Like it gets really.
So
hard.
yeah, that was basically at this point, because I know he likes to go overlay if he can, or is there synchros in this tag?
Yeah,
I think there is.
because they got the.
I know he likes to do that
spirit.
too, so that was basically me just trying to
Take a
make
material-
it harder for him. But look at that, like just two cards like that.
Then Bear's effect pop.
Yeah. I mean, such bullshit. At this point, I'm just like, that's just.
I can understand some frustration
Yeah.
from facing Fire Fist decks,
Mm.
but at the same time, like there are ways to
Hmm.
stop it, like by putting just certain cards in your decks, like
Yeah, but at the same time,
negate, mostly negate effects and getting magic and trap off the field.
it's not like these cards don't exist in this deck either. I just didn't have any at the point. And a lot of people, even Brent, likes to say that too. He's like, Light Imprisoning Mirror. He likes to go on rantums about Light Imprisoning Mirror. Like, oh, if you got 3, it shuts down every deck. And I'm like,
But you have
it
to
shuts
be able
it
to
down
draw
if
it.
you have it. There's 3 cards out of a 40 card deck most of the time. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to draw that card at the time you need it.
Yeah, but a lot of decks now, it's easier to dig for it.
Sometimes it
You
is.
can draw and draw.
Yeah.
Just go through your entire deck.
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Turn 1 sometimes.
So now he attacks, and I got nothing on the field.
And attacks and attacks and attacks.
He attacked all 3 already. So now I'm not sitting very pretty, because I remember I didn't really have that really good of a hand at this point, and it really didn't start strong either. I mean, with double summon, I really like to use what's her face with that. Magdalene, yeah. But I didn't have that, and this was my 2000 Defender.
The Maid. I remember
Maid.
seeing that. I'm like, who plays the Maid?
I play the Maid
Bullshit.
because I only have 2 of the field cards in the deck, and the Maid sometimes really comes in handy. And plus, she's 4 stars and it's 200 defense. It's not a terrible card, with not a very terrible effect. But at the same time, I mean, I probably would take a Maid out if I had another Angela, the new one that just came out.
Yeah, that's a really good card.
Yeah, but I only have the one right now, and it's like a really expensive card, so I haven't drawn another one yet.
See, this is where I was getting confused when he was playing. I saw right
I
away.
wasn't confused because
I saw right away like how he was gonna do it. Like he goes in this big elaborate thing. I'm pretty sure, like he has all the options to get everything off the field and then just win it.
yeah,
But I think he just keeps going and going.
yeah, he does. Now, Mirror Force is my only lifeline at this point, and when he got rid of the Mirror Force, I was like, well,
I'm dead.
yeah, that's pretty much over now. I don't even. I mean, like technically, he didn't even need to do that for the defensive card.
Yeah, but I can kind of understand why, because there are like in some decks. There are those that can be like, no.
Well, it wouldn't have done any good either way because I didn't have any field cards in the graveyard anyway. So, and Brent wins it. Congratulations, Brent. He didn't even. Yeah,
that's what I mean. Like he just
didn't need to do that. Yeah,
bigger to hit you, and even bigger to hit you, and search out more things.
Yep.
And Brent won.
And Brent won. Like I said, congratulations, Brent. Good game.
Yay, Brent.
Yay, Brent.
You excited you finally got a duel, Brent?
I do them all the time. On this video thing? Yeah. I wish I could have won. I won one. I'm happy with that victory, so. Because that worked out really well. The way it worked out, so.
What are the chances of seeing a rematch between you and Senor Brent?
I'll do them anytime.
Anytime, any place?
Yeah. Maybe not any time, because, like,
Yeah,
if I'm sleeping or if I'm with a lady.
So
But that's off time. No, I won't do them then, so. I guess not any time, but.
So anytime, because
anytime I'm available.
Which is all the time.
To do duel, then yeah, I'll do them.
You're always available, though, so.
Yeah.
There's no reason why you can't duel.
Yeah.
Was there anything you would have changed about those duels you just did? Like any card you wish you'd like if you drawn this card at this time, you like I.
Well, I mean, you can wish and pray on a dream all you want, but that's not going to help you in a Yu-Gi-Oh match. You just got to do with what you got. So that's what I got. It would be, yeah, I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, I wished I drew all 5 pieces of Exodia.
But you don't have.
I don't have the Exodia in my deck, so.
I'm just saying, like that specific card in your deck. That if you'd drawn that, which one?
Well, I wish it would have went more like the second game went both times. That would have been nice, but that's about as far as I can go. I can't say. Yeah, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's sure. I wish I would have got more of a hand like that, and he got less of a hand like that second game turned out. But yeah, I got what I got, so I played what I had. So that's all you can do.
You're a gracious loser, sir.
I try to be.
Very gracious.
Next time, hopefully, I'll do better. So.
And then you can be a rotten winner, or you can be a gracious winner.
I think I'm just about the same when I win or lose.
Unless you're winning like a lot in a row, and you're like, I'm kicking your ass.
I mean, if anything, I wish he would have on the second one. I wish he would have played a different deck, like branched out a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to. Though.
I don't expect him to either. So.
You wanted to play his best deck,
yeah.
Which is Fire Fist.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, if you want to go, if you understand how he is at playing games, a long time ago we were both playing Pokemon, right? And I was like, that's kind of fun. So, we'll battle each other. So I went off on this whole training my Pokemon, getting them up to levels, making them learn different abilities. Really, I think in how you're supposed to play the game.
You're being a trainer.
I was being a trainer, learning each one's weakness, which one to play, which one when. Brent went off and found the rare candy code and just stuffed his Pokemon full of rare candy. So it didn't even matter what I played. I could have a Pikachu, fairly decent level, because it's hard to get them leveled up to 100 normally.
Yeah, but they're actually stronger if you do it that way rather than the rare candies.
Right. and he would pull out his what's the evolved form of or not Bulbasaur, but Squirtle.
Blastoise?
Yeah, he'd pull out his Blastoids and just stomp me and laugh about it. He's like, oh, Blastoids beat Pikachu. And I'm like, yeah, I got some damage off of him, but I consider that to be cheap-ass motherfucking shit. I'm like, you're not even playing the game right. And he's like, what are you talking about? They put rare candy in there. I was like, yeah, but you're exploiting it.
Damn glitches.
So it's kind of the same thing here. I mean, he's gotten better over the years, but when it comes to fairness, he goes for the strong boom, 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 hit you, hit you, hit you. I like to go a little bit Metal Gear Solid and sneak around, exploit the weaknesses, and sometimes it pays off. It really bites him in the ass in the end.
So, bottom line is, you exploit the weaknesses, and Brent just makes weaknesses.
I don't know if you make weaknesses, if there's a good way to put it. I would say he tries to go in really strong. He puts all of his best shit up front. And just tries to
yeah.
But it's not making a weakness. Making a weakness would be to like injure.
That's what I mean. Like, you just go in, you start punching them in the face. You're gonna hurt their face.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna just destroy them before you make a weakness. That's what I'm getting at. Like, you're just gonna. It's gonna be over before it started. You know, it's like
he's the blitzer.
It's not like if you compare it to like Rocky. Rocky's training, and he's trying to figure out new boxing moves, and he goes in there with Apollo Creed, and Apollo Creed just pulls out a shotgun and shoots him in the face. That's what I'm getting at. Like, yeah, Apollo Creed won.
So,
but it's not really a weakness because he just shot him in the face.
So are you Rocky in this instance?
I'm Rocky in this instance. Yeah. Well, he lost the first movie, so yeah, I'm Rocky. Second one,
and the third one, you just get the crap kicked out of you by Clubber Lang.
But he came back and won that one though.
Yeah, but that was after some inspirational.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm getting at. So
what you're saying is, you need someone to do an inspiration run
montage. I'll do my own montages. Yeah.
You don't want to run into my arms on the beach? It'll be fun.
When was that in Rocky?
Rocky 3 when
he was running in someone's arms.
Yeah, when when him and Apollo
were running on the beach.
Yeah, and they stopped, and they turned around, they ran, they hug each other because they were racing.
Oh, that's not how you described that at all. You were making it sound like he's carrying Rocky. Yeah.
Well, fanfics can happen. I may
I
or
don't.
may not have one.
Yeah, it probably already has.
I may or may not have one on my computer right now. Italian stallion. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks
for losing so graciously to
Mr.
Brent.
I'll probably lose a lot more.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's all you can do. You lose, you get back up, you play again.
Inspiration to us all.
That's how it is. Like, you can't really be mad about it. He got the upper hand. He took it. He exploited it. He won. I can't really argue that.
And we're gonna leave on a high note before I mess it up. So, goodbye.
Night.